What's the word? What's the word? Que lo que es? Salam alaikum. To my Muslim, shalom. To all my Jews, my ancestors. What's the word, yo? Yo, I came here to talk a little shit, man. I gotta talk my shit, you heard? Gotta talk my shit. These motherfucking glasses going off already. But not for real, man. I gotta start talking more on here. Speaking my mind out here. A lot of things need to be said. We gotta put a lot of things in perspective, from a different angle, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people come on here, a lot of podcasts and shit come on here, and you know, all they do is gossip, talk about the latest news, what's trending and all of that. And they don't really put no perspective, no true knowledge behind it, no education behind it, no means of looking forward, you know what I'm saying? They just get stuck in all the bochincha, like we say. You know what I'm saying? Like the Bodis say, man. And this ain't the time for that. I'm gonna be real with y'all. This ain't the time for that. This ain't the time, you know what I'm saying, for quote unquote entertainment. You gotta look around at what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? If when you was a child, you striving to become a entertainer, a celebrity, give that up. Give that up right now. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the time for it. We can see where things have gone, and where things are gonna continue to go. Your favorite celebrities, they no longer hold any weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up listening to, obviously, your boy P. Diddy, right? One of my favorite songs growing up, you know, I fuck with Biggie hard, pause. But one of my favorite songs growing up was like that R. Kelly, Diddy. Did you ever think that we would be this rich? You know what I'm saying? That's my shit right there. To this day, I'm gonna rock out to that to this day. But we seen what happened, right? A lot of celebrities can't deny what happened. You know what I'm saying? They can't deny involvement in none of this shit, because it was in front of us, you know what I'm saying, the whole time. And I'm not saying anybody's guilty of anything, nothing like that. I'm just saying, you know, things happen, to say the least. Are they guilty of everything that's being thrown at them? Probably not, you know what I'm saying? I'm a multiple time felon, and I'll tell you this, man. Some of my charges, like, I just took it on the chin. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Because I already knew how the system worked, right? So I might have done a little bit of what they said, but maybe I could have got around some things, and I didn't even bother fighting it. You know what I'm saying? Because I already knew where that was going, and that could be the case with these celebrities. You know what I'm saying? R. Kelly doing like 100 years. You know what I'm saying, for what he was accused of and shit. Now Diddy, that shit happened fast. You know what I'm saying? That boy, that bad boy, you know what I'm saying, went down real fast. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand what happened before that to lead to this situation and to lead to his demise, right? Think about it, just from the beginning. Not only the whole Biggie situation, right? Biggie's gone. He's on top of the world now, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, conspiracy theorists and all that, talk about like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying, Illuminati, they sacrificed that boy or something like that. I don't know, right? I don't know. I'm not here to talk about all that, but nothing's ever a coincidence in life, right? Then the whole situation with Shine. Shout out Sean Poe, man. You know what I'm saying? They had Shine, youngest bad boy artist and shit. They had him take a charge. That, what Shine did, what Shine went through, that ain't nothing new. In the hood, in the communities where we grew up, where I know plenty of people that, you know what I'm saying, I have, you know what I'm saying, I'm on probation, I have a couple charges or whatever, I got a warrant out for my arrest, a sign, blah, 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 whatever. My young boy next to me, he brand new. He ain't got nothing on his record, nothing. Yo, please take that hit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll hold you down in jail. You probably gonna get some probation, a little year, son. Go take that. I'm gonna hold you down. That's what Diddy did on a large scale. You know what I'm saying? Sean had to go do that time. And alhamdulillah, that boy did that time. And not only he did that time, he came out a changed man. You know what I'm saying? And I could relate to that. You know what I'm saying? I did some time. I came out a different person. I took that time to educate myself, right? And really think hard about where my life was going. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, alhamdulillah, man, we did a whole 360. That same, the person you see, you know what I'm saying, on your camera right now talking to you was a whole completely different person at that time. Sean Paul right now is a political leader in the country of Belize. You know what I'm saying? That boy did his time for a shooting or whatever. Supposedly he ain't even do it. He came out and said that. I'm not saying that. He came out and said that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm going to be real. I believe him. He ain't got no reason to lie. 30 years later and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I believe him. But now he's doing his thing. He took his purpose to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? And that boy's a legend for that, for real. And it's the same thing Nelson Mandela did. You know, Nelson Mandela was fighting in South Africa, whatever. He took his time, came out, became president. You know what I'm saying? So that's legendary shit, for real, for real. But you know what I'm saying? It's not only Diddy, right? You see what happened with Bill Cosby, right? They threw him under the bus. He out of here. You see what happened with Jay-Z, right? Now they throwing Jay-Z under the bus and all that. And I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But what I do know is we done seen the boy with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like his defense attorneys or whatever came out with a quote talking about, Diddy, you know what I'm saying? Like that was just some publicity stunt shit. We wasn't really cool like that. Jay and Diddy wasn't really cool like that. Like, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, who you fooling, my boy? Like, them boys been rocking together for a long, long time. So you telling me he wasn't involved in nothing? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. You know, that's a culture thing where, you know, I'm not speaking for myself. I ain't never put myself in that position. You know what I'm saying? I was raised by a single mom. You know, my grandmother, a bunch of aunts. I got 6 sisters. You know what I'm saying? I respect women to the fullest. I hold them on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? I'm super, you know, my birth chart, I ain't even got a front. My birth chart will tell you how, you know what I'm saying, my astrological birth chart will tell you how overprotective I am of women. You know what I'm saying? It really talks about that. You know what I'm saying? I actually got Chiron. If y'all know about astrology and shit, like Chiron in my astrological birth chart talks about that. You know what I'm saying? Talks about past wounds, right? If you believe in like past lives or whatever, spirit or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It talks about Chiron energy is supposed to be what you came back on earth, right? Or when you came back into this experience, right? To heal. And my Chiron energy is healing from past wounds and being overprotective of women. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm super overprotective of women, all the women in my family and all of that. And that could be, you know what I'm saying? It could be taken in a negative sense, like, you know, maybe I'm doing too much or whatnot, but believe me when I say it comes from good intentions, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's a culture thing where a lot of people look away from that. You know what I'm saying? They look away from that and you know, nobody on here confront, you know what I'm saying? I always use this example, you know what I'm saying, because it's close to us. Like, where I'm from is 90% Dominicans, right? And I'm Puerto Rican, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But Dominican, those are my brothers, those are my sisters. Like, we the same people, you know what I'm saying? But I'm aware, you know what I'm saying? Puerto Ricans ain't perfect. None of us are perfect, you know what I'm saying? But I'm aware that there's a culture in DR where, you know what I'm saying, them young girls get picked up by them older guys and you know what I'm saying? And they become moms early and wives early and all of that. And you be seeing little 18-year-old with a 55-year-old man and shit like that, right? Like, that's a culture thing, man. Like, if you really look, that shit ain't cool. I don't give a fuck how old, you know what I'm saying? Like 18, 21, that shit ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you can make her own decision at 18, 21 years old, even 25 years old. You see a 25-year-old with a 55-year-old or something, you know what I'm saying? A lot of white rich niggas do that shit now. That shit ain't cool, man. That shit don't fly. You know what I'm saying? Anybody with sense knows that. So I know for celebrities, it's no different. You got all that money, all that power. You get any chick you want. You know what I'm saying? And they wasn't IDing shorties and nothing like that. You know, shorties out here, they 15, 16, look grown as hell. So I get it. It might have been unintentional, whatever what they did, but it is what it is. The whole point of me bringing this up, right, is you see what's going on with celebrities, right? You see where their actions is taking them, right? The consequences is they here. You know what I'm saying? They let them slide for a while. They here now, and the thing is that we just got out of Pisces, right? Pisces, we had a 2,000-year period in Pisces, and Pisces, if you know about astrology or whatever, like that's all about like power, capitalism, right? Stronghold, deceit, lies, right? That's a 2,000-year period where we dealt with that, you know what I'm saying, and slavery and all of that, and the government and all of that, right? We coming into the age of Aquarius where it's an age of truth now. It's an age of truth. We've been in Aquarius for a little bit now, probably a couple years now or whatever, but it's a slow shift into Aquarius, right? And that's why you see all these things surfacing. Excuse me. And it's not in our culture only. You see Epstein and all this going on and shit, and they try to shut them down. They did shut them down, but everything that happens in the dark gotta come to the light. It's a law. You know what I'm saying? It's a universal law. So, and it happens even with me, right? Anything that came in the dark, or anything that happened in the dark came to the light. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't dodge a lot of things, man. I ended up doing my time for, you do the time for the crime. You know what I'm saying? I know it's cliche, but that's real talk. And that's what's happening right now, right? So we in a age right now where, the truth is more disturbing than the lie. I'm gonna repeat that again. The truth is more disturbing than the lie. All the shit they've been feeding us, all the lies or whatever, yeah, they disturbing. They ugly. They ugly. Unfathomable, right? How could they? You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? The truth is even worse. The truth is even worse. You know what I'm saying? The truth is that it's all intentional. You know what I'm saying? It's all a lie to keep us down or whatnot. Like, history repeats itself. You look back in history and it's the same shit over and over again. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really that hard. You got to find patterns in life, right? I'm big in patterns in life or whatnot, right? So in this new age of Aquarius, right, all that truth got to come to the surface. You see them drones. You see they talking about, listen, 2024, in January 1st of 2024, they was talking about aliens in the malls in Miami, right? Was it real or not? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they was talking about. The whole year they was talking about this. Aliens in the sky, UFOs, aliens in the waters, aliens in Antarctica, whatever. The thing with that is, right, all truths got to come to the surface, right? Now they talking about, there's an inner sun and there's an inner world, and Antarctica is a whole nother world, and there was people on Mars and all that shit. That ain't nothing new. That ain't nothing new. That's all in the scriptures. The Bible, y'all beloved Bible, the Torah, the Quran, even the Quran for Islam. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody like Ain't nobody safe, ain't nobody alienated from this, right? It's all in the scripture. These are all scriptures that talk about the same thing. That's why I don't, I got into Islam in 2015, and I rock with it, and I still practice Islam for the discipline, the unity or whatnot, but I don't believe in everything, right? Like, I don't even eat meat no more. It's been 9-10 years I'm going on no meat. But Islam, right? I can't say I'm a full Muslim, because Islam, they love their meat. They slaughtering their animals left and right. For sacrifices and whatever. Even my culture, Puerto Rican culture, they roasting pigs left and right, and stuff like that. Like, I don't believe in that, right? I don't believe we need to harm animals no more to do that. That was a survival mechanism when we was, cavemen. Like, we don't need that no more. We too high level right now. We on a whole nother timeline, a whole different world right now, whole nother dimension. If you ain't realize it, the awakening has been here. It ain't here, it's been here. And realistically, it was a shift a long time ago for me, but it ain't never been more obvious than 2020 and beyond. 2020 was in plain sight. It's like everything's a movie, and 2020 was behind the scenes. Like, I can't put it no better way. Everything's a movie. You see the movies, whatever, they blowing shit up, they shooting shit up, they got aliens, they got monsters and all of that. But we know, watching a movie, we know it's fake. We still feel it. We still horrified and like, emotional, and we react to things, right? But we still know it's a movie, right? Well, 2020, they showed the behind the scenes. They showed the directors. They showed who was pulling the strings with these global leaders and all of that. And they showed the bloopers. If we want to keep it 100, they showed the bloopers. They had folks taking that thing, and they showed the bloopers, and when they showed the errors live, and they had folks taking that thing, talking about, yo, you can't, I don't care how many years in school you did, doctor, you can't be a doctor no more if you don't take that thing, right? Or I don't care how much military experience or how long you've been in law enforcement, if you don't take that thing, right, you can't do this no more, right? They played that game with everybody. You gotta go. They done let hundreds of thousands of people go, right? A couple months later, they said, never mind, y'all good. Y'all could go back to work with it or without it. That's like a blooper reel. Like, something along the line fucked up, right? It was like a glitch in the matrix. But I say that to say, right, that everything's in plain sight, man. We can't fall for these tricks no more. I'm cool, calm, and collective right now, because of that. Because I used to fall into the lies and the fears and the what ifs or whatever, and the panicking and the anxiety and the stress. I don't know what to do, this and that. Like, we cool on that. We all set with that. And the reason I jumped on today, and I was gonna go on live and shit, but usually on live, like, people don't pay attention to that shit, I go on a rant right now, but once I post a video talking my shit, I don't really post and shit, especially on IG and shit, like, I'll repost people or whatever. I don't show face, none of that. I just been locked in doing me, I'm too busy doing me to worry about anything else. I use it more as like information, educational tools or whatever, and connect with some, some folks. It's social media, right? You can connect with folks or whatnot, but it's that time, right? I've been talking since 2020. My people know I've been talking since 2020. I was on house arrest in 2020, and I was like, yo, I'm trying to do like a podcast or whatever, talk my shit, and just get the word out there, I was talking the same knowledge, obviously through the years I gained more and more insight, but I kind of fell back and I held back because I seen everybody else doing it, and there was some good ones out there, and then a lot of them made a fool out of themselves. That academics is a whole fool, he a clown, like, the Jumper, Adam 22, Vlad TV, like them boys is clowns. I don't rock with a lot. Like I don't even rock with Joe Budden, and it ain't no smoke or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't really rock with old boy. He been a funny character since way back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Loving hip hop and the whole shit with the Migos and shit. Like he a clown for real, in my opinion. It is what it is. That's my opinion. But speaking of it is what it is, Cam and Mace, they back on their shit. And you know why they doing good? They doing more than good. They doing great. You know why? Because them boys is being authentic. They being their authentic selves. They uniting. In a time where division is the most popular thing is division amongst people, amongst races, amongst cultures, beliefs, right? Political parties. Like they trying to divide us to the fullest. Them boys united, and they talking authentic shit. They being themselves, even though I don't agree with all of it. They gossiping this shit too, you know what I'm saying? But they being themselves, and authenticity is the most important thing you can do in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my opinion, authenticity is a higher frequency, a higher vibration than love. Everybody talk about love or whatever, but if you really love yourself, you be authentic. Be your authentic self. And you being your authentic self is a representation of a form of love. You know what I'm saying? You love it yourself enough to be authentic. You know what I'm saying? You love others enough to tell them the truth 100%, no matter their reaction. You being authentic, right? So this is a time to be authentic. You know what I'm saying? And that's why them boys is doing good. Gilly and Wallow. Why Wallow? Wallow probably the hottest nigga on the motherfucking earth right now in this social media influencer game. He on fire. I know everybody like Kai Cenat or whatever, and I don't hate on people. You know, you go get your bag, and he getting a crazy bag. But that boy he's on there talking bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He on there talking bullshit, streaming video games and shit like that. I'm not really with that. That's a distraction. Let's be honest. That's a distraction. You know, they paying the most to the influencers that are distracting you. That's the new form of celebrity. Plain and simple. Not hating on the boy. I'm just speaking my truth. Now that he got this platform and he's so big right now, you know what I'm saying? This is the time for him to switch it up on them and start talking truth, start talking real shit on there, and start talking change and collabing or whatever, because his platform already so big. You know, it's going to be hard to shut him down after you just propped him up, right? But that's just my opinion. But yeah, man, why is Wallow so successful right now? Is because he's being his authentic self. You know what I'm saying? He changed the game. He did his time, came home a whole new version of himself, and all it took was him being himself to blow up and do his thing. And no cap, I'm proud of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of that boy. You can never hate on somebody being themselves and succeeding in life. So I just want to see that boy keep doing great things. And yeah, shout out to Wallow for real. But what really caused me, I've been going on a rant. I could listen. Once I start talking, I talk your ear off. I talk for days. You know what I'm saying? One of the things I'm practicing more is active listening and listening more, talking less, right? But you know, people need to hear this, man. This is the time where the real gotta show up. You know what I'm saying? The real ones, the authentic ones. This is me. I've been the same authentic self my entire life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the same version of myself, but the old version of me, I was still being authentic. I was authentically in the street. I was authentically involved. I was authentically, you know what I'm saying, a headache, to say the least, right? And I'm still authentic, just a different form of myself, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we gotta lean towards right now, you know what I'm saying? We gotta come back together, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real. The ancestors is talking. They screaming. You know what I'm saying? They screaming. And if you hear them, they loud enough right now. They telling us to unite, come together, talk your shit, and bring awareness to what's really going on and build community. And that's what I'm focused on. I got a lot of things going on. I got a lot of things in the work, I'm literally, it's funny I mentioned community because that's literally my role. My 9 to 5 is literally a community engagement coordinator for a nonprofit in the city. So literally my role is to bring community together. Now, did I go out seeking this role? No, right? I was just doing me. I switched over from business, a business degree. Now I'm finishing up a bachelor's in human services, right? And, I didn't know if I wanted to be a social worker, a therapist, clinician, whatever, But all I knew was that I wanted to give back somehow, some way. And alhamdulillah, doors open for you when you do the right thing, when your intention is good, is authentic. You put your head down, start focusing, stay disciplined, and work towards those goals. And I done knocked off a lot of goals and checked off a lot of things off my bucket list, being my authentic self, and nothing feels better than that. I ain't got no regrets in the world, everything I done been through has been a blessing. And I say blessing, right? I don't even, somebody might have caught that and been like, yo, he mispronounced that or whatever. Nah, listen to me, right? Another thing that's important, right? Not only astrology, but etymology, right? Etymology is the definitions of words, right? The root words or the root definition, of words, right? So, I be thinking things like bless, everything we've been trained to say, bless, I'm blessed, have a blessed day, God bless you, this is a blessing. But when you break down the word blessed, it's be less, bless, be less, right? And I would never tell nobody be less of themselves, right? I would never, If anything, I would tell them be more, right? Be more, do more, Like, I see the potential in you, I'm proud of you, Go chase your dreams. There's no limits, right? You try and bring positive energy, affirmations for that person, right? Be less is just a negative energy for me. I'm not telling nobody what to do or whatever, but that's a word that I've been doing pretty good practicing not using it. I don't say bless you or this is a blessing or nothing. That's why I said bliss. Bliss is a state of, like a straight tranquility and peace, and ecstasy, right? So it's like a positive energy. So I'd rather say bliss than bless, instead of God bless you or I'm blessed. I'd rather say I'm beloved. I'd rather be beloved, than be less blessed, right? So yeah, I got off, I'm gonna keep getting off track, But anyways, the whole point of what I was saying was the celebrities, right? They getting knocked down one by one. And this is all celebrities. This ain't just in our culture. This ain't hip hop only. This is all celebrities. We got the influencers. We got the podcasters. All of that. If you are not being your authentic self, you gotta go. Kendrick showed you that, right? Drake, listen, I was a Drake fan when he first came out, and he was being his authentic self. He was being that lover boy Drake, singing for the ladies and all of that. Like, keep doing what you're doing. That's what you're good at. When you start talking about you in the trap and then you start hanging out with Future and shit, and now you in the trap and you this and you that, like, we ain't never seen that. We ain't never heard of you doing none of that, my boy. So I don't know, A lot of people fell for the facade. That's when the only time I listened to Drake since when he first came out in like 2000, whatever, 10, was on anything he was doing with like Future or Travis Scott or Lil Baby or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like a feature. I don't really pay attention to that boy music, and I know everybody love him, whatever. They don't love him no more. You see how things change so quick and people are so quick to turn on you. Kendrick chewed that boy up, paused, and destroyed him. I haven't heard from him since. And you know why? Because Kendrick he's always been his authentic self, right? And he was showing that, right? He was demonstrating that this is the time to be authentic. This is the time where the real ones show up and the real ones take back their power. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that boy Kendrick did. He came in and took over 2024. That boy dropped like, I don't know, 3 albums in 2024. He don't drop albums. He drop albums like every 10 years. You know what I'm saying? 3 albums in 1 year. Hits after hits after hits. Now, I'm not going to front. I ain't really listened to all of them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like you still falling for the gossip and the trendy thing to do, right? I listen to it when everything cooled down, right? When everything died down and everybody tired of it, I'm gonna go bump that Kendrick. Let me see what they talking about. That's like Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny just dropped an album last week. I downloaded it. I haven't heard one song. I'm gonna let that die down. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll go play some Bad Bunny or whatever. Listen to what you gotta say. But Kendrick was a good example of demonstrating what's ahead, what time we in. You know what I'm saying? And he's always been on time. Every time he drop, he on time. You got to pay attention to that, right? And, you know, that boy Gemini, you know how it go. We Geminis, we it. I'm going to be real with you. It's funny because a lot of people, that's the sign people love to hate, is the Geminis. Or they two-faced, they two-sided and all of that, whatever. In reality, we being our authentic selves. Because everybody got 2 sides. Everybody got, you know, multiple versions of themselves. And everybody is born with a masculine and a feminine side. The divine masculine, the divine feminine. And Gemini is the only sign with twins, with one of each, right? We always been our authentic self. And that's why we in the limelight. You know what I'm saying? You see Kendrick, you see Kanye. That boy Ye going crazy. Y'all think it's Kanye crazy. That boy been on point and he been right since day one. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you believe in and anti-Semite, bipolar, but I'm still king. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my song right there. You know why? Because that's facts. That boy been talking his shit since day one. This ain't nothing new. Hurricane Katrina in 2005 hit and he was doing an interview on CNN. And I remember they gave him the mic and asked him like a random question. And he was like, yo, George Bush don't fuck with us. And they cut him off. They went straight to commercial. He ain't changed. That boy's still his authentic self. And that's why he's in the limelight. He trending so much. Kyrie, you know what I'm saying? Kyrie, I don't know Kyrie's sign, but Kyrie being his authentic self. And that's why they went from hating him for posting about the Hebrews and the ancestors, right? And all he did was like, yo, check this out. And they dragged that boy's name in the mud. You know what I'm saying? Boston, our own city, treated them like shit, you know what I'm saying? And I don't blame him for leaving. And everything he said about the city of Boston is true. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a racist as fuck. It's a culture built here. You know what I'm saying? This is where the colonizers first came. Like, racism is rooted in the culture, in the history of the city. So you can't say no, you know what I'm saying? That's my guy, Kyrie. Shout out Kyrie and the whole tribe. And, you know, he tapped into his roots. That's something I got to do. I just found out, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, I already knew I was Taino, being from Puerto Rican bloodline or whatnot. But, you know what I'm saying? 35% Taino is a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's a third. You know what I'm saying? So I got to tap in with my ancestral indigenous roots and really, really tap back into those spirits, you know what I'm saying, and see what they gotta say, because, you know what I'm saying, it's nothing but power from here on out, you know what I'm saying? Power, light, love in anything I do. And I believe that. And y'all should too. Y'all should too, because y'all got that same power. We all limitless. But the power for the celebrities done. It's over with. It's over with. 2025. I'm gonna connect some dots for y'all real quick, and then I'm out of here, right? But 2025, right? It's January 8th, 2025. I don't believe in a new year, whatever, right? You know, naturally speaking, in nature, and speaking of our ancestors, right, and how they used to move, and even the calendars before this Gregorian calendar that the Europeans brought, whatever, like all the Mayans and the Aztecs and all these indigenous natives and the scriptures and the history, you know, they followed the stars, you know what I'm saying, the sun, the moon, the seasons, or whatever, and their new year was what we call today spring. And it was because that's when, you know, life comes from death. And this is figuratively speaking, right? But also literally, right? Because plants bloom in the spring. All the animals that was hibernating and whatnot, they come out in the spring, right? Life revitalized, right? In the wintertime, plants die out. Leaves die out and fall, right? That's considered quote unquote death. You know what I'm saying? When the animals go into hibernation, the birds migrate and all of that, right? Death, you know what I'm saying? It's not literal. They're not dying, you know what I'm saying? But they going away for some time, right? And then they come back in the spring, you know what I'm saying? So it's a cycle of life and death, figuratively speaking. And that's why I believe spring is the actual new year. You know what I'm saying? But I do use the energy of the Gregorian calendar of the new year being January 1st. And why do I do that, right? Because everybody else does it, right? Everybody else around me, society, they all believe that that's the new year. They believe in that energy, right? So we all energy. Everything around us is energy. Life is energy. You know what I'm saying? We manifest anything we want through energy, with energy. So I use that energy that the whole world, you know what I'm saying, is gravitating towards. And I start putting emotions at that time. You know what I'm saying? I'll do a New Year's resolution, right? I don't got to start, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though my New Year's is at a different time, that energy helps me refocus. I bet, you know what I'm saying? Boom. New Year's came in, quote unquote. I'm going to tap into this. I'm going to start doing this, that, whatever, right? So it's just it's an energy grab. You know what I'm saying? The same thing they do to us. All they want us for is our energy. They trying to control us and keep us low on low vibration, low frequency, low energy. They try and use up all our energy, you know what I'm saying? Controlling us, keeping us down by working 9 to 5, stressing, fear, all of that. You know what I'm saying? That's keeping our energies low. And at the time when energy's the highest, right? Like a New Year's, right? It's no bigger energy than that time, because everybody's focused on that new year, quote unquote, right? So you could use that energy for different things, to manifest different things you want. And I do it all the time. I manifest things. It's spooky how I manifest things all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be thinking about something today, and tomorrow it pops up. Whatever. And it's not like, you know, it's not a sense where like, oh shit, I'm gonna think about $10 million today and I'm gonna get it in my bank account tomorrow. Nah, but guess what? It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You never know when it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen because I believe it, I see it, I visualize it, I feel it, and it's there. It's already there. You know what I'm saying? And I already got it. It's just, you know what I'm saying, it presents itself when it wants to. Or when our creator, our source, feels like this is the right time. Like me feeling like this is the right time to reach out and get some shit off my chest and talk about things that I believe in. Yeah, that's that part. But 2025, man, it's a 9 year. I'm big on numerology too. Where's my numerology book? Give me a. So speaking of astrology, right? I don't really gotta like. I don't really like. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like I got 500 books right here in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at, but I tap into that, right? For astrology. This book right here, Numbers in You. This book was created, my boy Lloyd. Shout out Lloyd Strayhorn. That boy a legend in numerology. He a master numerologist. Follow him. Lloyd Strayhorn. I think that's his name on all platforms, or it could be Numbers in You. Google him. Legend. You never gonna regret it. You know what I'm saying? But this book was created in, I think, the 90s? This book was written in 1980, then rewritten in 87, and then 97 was the final, I guess, version of this. Yo, this book has told me things that I'm going through right now in life. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? Like the position that I got right now that I was telling y'all, community engagement coordinator for the city, is for the city of Lowell. This book tells me my career path is going to lead me. It gives you a variety of cities, like 10 cities, and Lowell, Massachusetts is one of them. If I'm lying, I'm dying. You know what I'm saying? For a vacation spot, right? Again, for my numerology, I guess value, it literally tells me a list of cities to go visit, right? Or that would be good for travel, and the ones that won't be good for travel, and the ones that are good for travel, one of them is Puerto Rico. I go to Puerto Rico once, twice a year, minimum. You know what I'm saying? Minimum. And that's home, right? It always hits different when I'm there. Like it's just different. I feel home, right? But one of the cities it tells me to stay away from is Miami. And I'm gonna be real with you. I done been to Miami a couple times, and every time I go to Miami, something happened. You know what I'm saying? Something spicy happens. And, you know, I didn't know about that. Now I know. So now I know when I go places like that, I'm not going to, like, avoid Miami or something. Like, I'll try to avoid it in a certain sense. But when I go over there, like, my senses is heightened. We could put it that way. But, you know, I brought that book up to say, right, numerology is real big. You know what I'm saying? Astrology, numerology, cardology, all that is real big in our life, and we got to tap into that, you know what I'm saying? And 2025 in numerological terms is a 9 year. 2 plus 0 is 2, plus 2 is 4, plus 5 is 9. 2025 is a 9 year. And the number 9 equates to rebirth, death and rebirth, right? It equates to the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. It equates to completion, the end of something, right? And you can see it in the number 9. Like, just think about it. The number 9, right? The number 9, right? It's a full circle with a line, like beginning something new, right? Think about that, right? It's a full circle, which is completion, right? Or ending of a cycle, cycle, with the hook, beginning something new, right? So 2025, that's the energy that we in right now. You know what I'm saying? And nothing's ever a coincidence. I'm gonna tie everything together right now. Nothing's ever a coincidence. We started off 2025 with chaos, right? And chaos is not a bad thing. Chaos always brings order. And right now we in a time where we need order. And this is why when I'm not political at all, I never vote. I can't even vote. I'm a multiple time felon. They won't let me vote. And I wouldn't vote if I could. But when everybody was screaming for for Skamala, the scam of the year, Harris, they were voting emotionally, like, oh, our first female president, or because we Democrats, right? Or because I hate the other side, I hate Trump and all that, whatever. He racist and all that. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. What you know about Kamala? Kamala ain't really do nothing. Kamala was a judge that put away thousands, hundreds and thousands of young black, brown, melanated, Latino men in jail for years and years and years and years, and never switch a stand. A lot of them was for like marijuana charges. You know what I'm saying? If you dig into her history, she was a attorney general, judge, and all of that. So that already rubbed me the wrong way, right? Because I've been in the judicial system too, and I know how that goes, right? But when Kamala got up there, right? Like, think about this. Nobody voted. You're supposed to vote a Democrat party in to run for president. Nobody even voted for that. She was the VP for Biden, which Biden only picked her because she's a colored woman, right? And he was trying to get the colored people and the women to vote for him because he's an old white guy that nobody wanted, right? But they were like, okay, we might as well vote for this old white guy, even though we don't want him, because we don't want to go vote for the other old white guy. And at least this one's running with a colored woman. You know, that's all it was. You know what I'm saying? So Kamala, the people chose her to run with this is like no practice, no motherfucking premeditation, no nothing. She ain't have they literally, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's like they gave her a leading role in a movie. She ain't never been an actor. And they told her, you got 3 months. You got 3 months to perfect this role. That's impossible. That's impossible. She did what she could, and she stumbled and fumbled all over the place. And we seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she couldn't even read off the fucking teleprompter. Like, we seen it. You know what I'm saying? She was up there stumbling and stuttering. And I actually feel bad for her, because she was put in a bad predicament, if I'm being real. You know what I'm saying? But they try to use the celebrities. This goes back to what I was saying. The celebrities, that shit is dead. They don't work no more. We don't love them no more like we used to. You know what I'm saying? They try to bring celebrities. They had Cardi B up there stumbling, talking shit. Like, she don't know nothing about politics. Like, what we doing, right? They had Meg the Stallion up there. Like, she don't know nothing about politics. What we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, free Tory Lanez. They brought Queen B up there. Beyonce. Just because they know everybody loves Beyonce. She don't know nothing about politics, man. What we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, publicity stunts. That's why she lost. Because she wasn't being her authentic self. We knew her campaign wasn't authentic. Now, I'm going to tell you why Trump won. And it's not because the country's racist and people change their mind and stuff like that. You know why Trump won? Energetically speaking, is because he was being his authentic self. Trump's always been his authentic self. If he's racist, he's going to be racist. He don't give a fuck. We know he's racist. But at least we get to see the racism up front, right? Like Kamala and Sleepy Joe, what they was doing was lying to us in our face and trying to go behind our backs and do shit. Like, think about it. There's wildfires right now. California is dying. It's on fire, right? And they just passed another bill to send billions to Ukraine. The fire hydrants in Cali are not working. And you're sending billions of dollars to Ukraine? ¿Pa qué? For what? Them people, yo, listen, we don't help them people enough. And you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm not against nobody. I'm not for nobody. Like, whatever's going on over there, let them handle it. We done enough. The next thing you know, they're going to put guns in our hands and be like, yo, go fight this war for us. Please, go help them over there. That's not what we're doing. That's not what time it is, right? So Trump won because he was being his authentic self. regardless of who he is. I don't agree with anything he does, right? I disagree with a lot of things he does, right? But I do believe he's being his authentic self. He's a messy, you know, uh, racist, um, old white guy that wants power. He's a smart businessman. Money will buy you anything these days, even a presidency. You know what I'm saying? You see Elon Musk, right? Right by his side. If anybody looks from the outside in, they would think Trump is the president and Elon Musk is the vice president. Nobody knows that boy Vance, JD Vance. Like, who's that? I don't see him talking nowhere, nothing. It's Trump and Musk, right? And this ain't no coincidence. This is the times we in. They buying everything right in our face. They buying campaigns. They buying political parties. They buying bills. They buying countries. Trump is talking about, let's just buy Greenland, right? Don't worry about Canada. Let's make them the 51st state. Come join us over here. You know what I'm saying? Make it one. Like, the Panama Canal, that's ours now. Like, y'all don't got access to that no more over there in Panama. The Gulf of Mexico, that's the Gulf of America now. Like, we ain't really fucking with y'all over there. They trying to buy everything up, right? They believe that money buys everything, right? And like I said, this ties everything all together, right? Because 2025, we started with chaos. We started with the New Orleans tragedy, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, prayers go out to everybody that was involved in that. There was a mass shooting in New York that same night. It killed, like, I don't know, like 10, 11, 15. And it was young adults too, right? It was like teenagers and shit at an event party or whatever, right? Chaos. But the biggest thing was there was an explosion in front of Trump Towers in LA, California. But it wasn't just any explosion. It was a Tesla Cybertruck that exploded in front of Trump Towers. Now, I'm going to tell you why the symbolism is crazy. And it's right there for us to see. And if you're not paying attention, if you're not aware, if that don't ring some bells at all, you know what I'm saying? You got some work to do. But the Cybertruck, the celebrities' vehicle right now, that's what all the celebrities are posting, right? At a time when all the celebrities are coming down crashing. The vehicle that they've been promoting the most, the Cybertruck, the Tesla Cybertruck, up in flames, right? Up in flames, right? The owner of the Tesla truck, the mastermind behind that, Elon Musk. In front of Trump Towers, Donald Trump Towers, right? That's two of the world's globally known celebrities, right? At a time when all the celebrities is getting knocked off and coming down, the truth is coming to the light. Two of the globe's biggest celebrities, their names are intertwined in this mess with that explosion forever. And it doesn't stop there. It was a fiery explosion in LA. What's happening in LA today? Literally today, as we speak. Fires in LA, everywhere. But not just LA, right? Specifically, the Palisades, Malibu, Santa Monica area, Hollywood. Hollywood, figuratively speaking, Hollywood is where the celebrities come up, right? And figuratively speaking, Hollywood has been lit and set on fire for the past maybe couple years. And they burning down these celebrities one by one, figuratively speaking. Putting them in jail, they going missing, they dying, they getting canceled. Now, ain't it ironic that the physical land where Hollywood was created, the illusion of Hollywood was created, the physical land, Hollywood, is literally burning down on fire as we speak. You gotta let that marinate for a second. You gotta think deeper. This ain't just like, oh shit, climate change or global warming or whatever. Listen, there's a law of correspondence. Where's the Kabbalion book? Where's my book? The law of correspondence. As above, so below. Even if you read the book, The Secret, right? The book, The Secret. I'm sure that's one of the most famous books ever, right? What's the first thing in the book? This is not even page 1. This is literally like the cover, the title, the author, first page. Can y'all see that? As above, so below. As within, so without. Right? As above, so below. Whatever happens above us happens below, here on earth. Whatever happens in the stars above us happens below, here on earth. So when you see a change in the stars, a change in the age, like I told you about, from a change from Pisces to Aquarius, same thing gotta happen down here below. Whatever happens up in the stars happens below on earth. So if the time and the age and the stars, the zodiac constellations, whatever you want to call it, is changing above us, then change has to occur below on earth. And that's what's happening. Change is here, and change is good. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people shy away from change or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, they fear it. Change is good, and everything happens for a reason. We in a beautiful time right now. This is the greatest time to be alive. You know what I'm saying? Because we seeing everything. The veil is being lifted right before our eyes. And the whole point of me telling y'all this is that, you know, although all prayers to everybody in Cali, Hollywood, like I love Cali. I done been there many times, specifically West Hollywood, Santa Monica, Venice, like that whole area. I love it. You know what I'm saying? And that's, unfortunately, a lot of that area is getting hit right now. And it hurts me to even think about that, you know what I'm saying? But it's been a long time coming for a calamity to hit California, unfortunately. Like, I don't say that with no pride or no, I'm not boasting. That's, unfortunately, it's been a long time coming. They've been warning Cali for a long time. Earthquakes, tsunamis, they right on the coast. They've been talking about Cali is gonna split from America in the future or whatever. We in the future. You know what I'm saying? They said this in the 70s, like, yo, by the year 2050, you know what I'm saying, Cali gonna sink or it's gonna separate from America or whatever, and God forbid anything that happens. But we 25 years, we a quarter century away from 2050, and you know, a lot of us young enough to you know, we gonna see that. We gonna see 2050. You know, God forbid anything happens, you know what I'm saying? I love Cali. Like I said, I love everything about it. I love everybody over there. I got my peoples over there, my bros over there, and we had these conversations, you know what I'm saying? And I gave him a heads up, and he'll tell you, you know what I'm saying, I warned him months ago, like, I don't know, I think you should get up out of there, you know what I'm saying? And fortunately, he went from Oregon to Cali, and now he's in San Francisco, so he's not affected right now by this. But still, I told him, you know, it's time to make a move. And alhamdulillah, you know what I'm saying, I think he making that change in the near future. But I say that to say, you know, we got to think about the times we in. We got to be ourselves, be our real true self, authentic selves. And you know what, we gonna love you more. Everybody gonna appreciate you more for who you really are. Whether you ashamed of who you are, whether you are arrogant of who you are, right? Whether you proud of who you are, whether you in doubt of who you are, whether you don't know who you are. All of this is okay as long as you be who you are, your authentic self. That's all we ask, you know what I'm saying? That's all the spirits ask. That's all the ancestors ask. That's all the creator, you know what I'm saying, the most high asks. Is for you to be yourself, experience this life as your true self. You ain't gotta put on a facade for nobody. It's all good. And you ain't gotta apologize for putting on a facade and hiding behind a mask to you know what I'm saying, your whole life. It's okay. We've all been there. We've all done it. It's all good. What is not okay is for you to be aware, for you to know what time we in, for you to have this information so accessible to you and still you do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? For you to have all the answers to the test and you ignore the answers and guess. Don't even practice. Don't even study for the test. You got the answers in front of you. You don't even practice. You don't even study. And you just guess on the test. That's what we doing as a people, as a collective. You know what I'm saying? And it's time for that to go. We done with that. You know what I'm saying? We don't respect that no more. Be your authentic true self. And I promise you, everything gonna work out. Your life gonna change for the better. We here for you. Everybody around you is here for you, is gonna be there for you if you approach life as your authentic self. Make that decision. Flip that switch today. Wake up tomorrow and tell yourself, go to bed today and tell yourself, yo, I'm gonna be my authentic self in the morning. You literally hop in timelines. You're going from one dimension to another. In metaphysics, that's like a real thing. Hopping, you know, timelines and inner dimensions and planes and stuff like that. You literally doing that. You manifesting that in real life if you make the decision consciously, like, this ain't me. And I'm not gonna be this anymore. Today, right now, tomorrow, I'm gonna be the real me. And you're gonna see how things start happening for you and not to you anymore. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, man, I appreciate whoever took the time to hear me out. I don't know how I'm gonna post this. I don't know if I gotta chop this up and put 100 clips on IG. I don't know, because I just ramble for an hour straight. But I can't even chop this up, not even a second, because everything I spoke was from the heart. You know what I'm saying? I didn't practice this. I didn't premeditate none of this. I was literally here doing some homework, right? And I got a notification about the wildfires in Cali, you know what I'm saying? And you know, and honestly, it just hit me like, it's unfortunate what's happening, but it ain't a surprise. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the time we're in. Things gotta come down to be built back up. The end of a cycle, completion, the number 9, 2025. So that being said, the cycle of who you was has to end now, today, 2025. And you got to start a new cycle, be a new you. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to appreciate you for doing that and for being that. And, you know, we're here for you, for sure, for sure. If anybody holla at me, if you want to tap into this book, Numbers in You, Lloyd Strayhorn, find it on Amazon. That shit was like $20. You know what I'm saying? The Secret, find it on Amazon. Go to a used bookstore. I got this book for like $5 at a used bookstore. I got 2 copies of this shit. I actually found one somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I got this one for somebody else or whatever. But astrology book, astrology, magic, everything you need to $10, bro. And I probably got it on sale. Like, it was probably $10 plus a discount. You know what I'm saying? And all of this information, like, I got hundreds of books in front of me, and all of them has good information. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta like overdo it. You can take bits and pieces from everything you come across, from all the information you come across, whether that's reading books, podcasts, audio books, influencers, right? Like, I don't fuck with all the influencers, right? But you might grab bits and pieces, like that was a gem. I'm gonna apply that to my life, you know, as long as it's beneficial and makes you a better person. 1% better every day. Can't ask for nothing more than that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, love and light to everybody. Peace and love. I'm gonna do this more often, you know what I'm saying? I got some little equipment. Got a little mic and shit. I don't know how to fuck with none of that, the streaming shit, whatever, but I'm doing it really to share information, share knowledge, and I'm not doing it for the views, for the likes. I'm not trying to monetize this, nothing. It's just I have way too much information, way too much knowledge, way too much wisdom, way too much experience to not share this with other people, because I know it's going to resonate with somebody. It always does. Every time I don't have meaningless conversations, ever. Ever. If I'm having a conversation with you, I promise you, one of us is going to take away something from that. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? I might gain something from you. You might gain something from me. We might gain something from each other. As long as we come out 1% better from that interaction, we did our part. You know what I'm saying? I just want everybody to tap in and do their part, because I can't do it without you. We can't do it without you. And you know what I'm saying? We waiting on you. We counting on you. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is counting on you. Our ancestors are counting on you. They counting on us. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no me, it's a we thing. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, like I said, peace, love, and light. Remember, ain't no community without unity. And, you know, get ready for change. Get ready for chaos. And get ready for the order that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Greatest time to be alive. Alhamdulillah. Peace and love.